Hey everyone, Saturday. Thought I would come out with the deck video. One of my more favorite decks, very underrated, not very used all that much as far as I've seen in my locals, but it's my Heraldic Beast deck. They're very good at exceeding for rank 4s, and they're very efficient at it. They're probably, I personally, one of the best Xyz decks in the game. First, you're going to start out with 3 Leos. This is your strongest attacker, your 2000 attack, and your searcher for the deck. Whenever he gets sent to the graveyard, you can add one Heraldic Beast card from your deck to your hand. Very easy to abuse. Can you abuse effect goes off even as material, so abuse them like crazy. You only really want a max of 2 in your grave though. Anything more than that is kind of a little much. I mean, you want to at least keep one alive, 2000 attack. You don't know when you're going to need that, so. Triple Aberconway, probably your second strongest beater. 1800 attack. It's doing a lot of stuff, but not everything. But important thing, it's a win, and its effect is good, really great Pacific. You can banish another Aberconway from your graveyard, and then you can add one Heraldic Beast card from your deck to your, not your deck, but your graveyard to your hand. Keeps those rank 4s coming out and keeping your plays alive. You don't really get much of a dead hand with this deck, so with all the searching and control you have. 2 twin-headed, probably your best beneficial card for your Xyz monsters. 2 is all you really need, meaning a strong card, but when you have an Xyz with no materials on it, you banish this card, target your Heraldic Beast, and attach them to him. So, keeps your level 4s alive, or rank 4s, so using their abilities and stuff. 2 Basilisks, same people run 3, I think 2 is all enough. I mean, you'll probably use it early game or late game, nothing really in between. When he gets destroyed, by an battle, destroy the attacking monster after damage calculations, so you don't really use the effect all that much. 2 Ailey's, I think 2 is all you really need. Any more than that, it's kind of a little cloggy. I mean, you can name a strong attacker. If you have 2 Heraldic Beasts in the field, you can special summon it from your hand, so. Plus with Aberconway, you can keep re-adding it to your hand anyways, so it doesn't really matter. 2 is more than enough. Double Tragodia, I mean it's Tragodia, it stops OTKs, keeps your rank 4s coming, so 2, you can only have 2. Goblin Brig, again, keeps those rank 4s coming. Summoner Monk keeps those rank 4s coming, also lets you search for anything you want in your graveyard, like Twin-Headed, Aberconway, or Leo. Probably most of the Leo if you get Summoner Monk first turn. And then one Zephyroth, rank 4s come in, so there's a couple things you can do with them when you let Zephyroth though, so. Now the spells. Triple Heraldic Reborn, I mean, it's monster form for Heraldic Beast monsters, why not 3? I don't know why you wouldn't put 3, and one of my favorite cards, Advanced Heraldic Art. You target your Heraldic Beasts in your graveyard, special summon them to the field, and then immediately after that resolves, you instantly Xyz immediately, more so the card says. But good thing is though is that I kind of get through some of the things, some traps and monster effects, because unless your opponent negates the spell card, they can not negate the summon of the monsters or the Xyz monster that's summoned by it, since it all is based on this card. So it's very good. Get through some things. Triple MST, back row. I mean, kind of want to get rid of all that bottomless and torrential stuff that can really slow you down. Not too much can hurt this deck because it can spam the field pretty easily. I mean, you have 5 Reborns. With Heraldic Art, technically have like, I don't know, 6 or 7. So ain't too much that can hurt it. This deck has great top deck potential, where you don't see out of many decks these days, but still, back row is always a problem, so 3 is good. Now for more of the stable cards. 5 Avarice, if you read dumb, or more to say retarded if you didn't run this card with how much you send to the graveyard. So, and you can only have 1, so 1 5 Avarice. Heavy Storm, Dark Hole, ooh, there was my Monster Reborn. Monster Reborn, and Foolish. Again, there's a lot of cards that would work well in the graveyard. First turn, I mean, you're instantly out of the graveyard, so 2 Heraldic charges, pretty much your negate attack for Heraldic Beast monsters. It's really good, but just make sure you have a Heraldic Beast monster in your hand because the special goes off first before it ends their battle phase. But again, keeps your rank force coming, so Call the Haunted, keep the rank force coming. There's certain plays you can do a Leo with it, MST on their turn, use it and Leo and get destroyed, and etc. So it's Call the Haunted, 2's fine. And then this Solemn Judgment, Mere Force, and Bottomless. Not Bottomless, but Compulse. I like Compulse over Bottomless, and I don't really care too much for Warning. I usually just pick one or the other, Judgment or Warning. I don't really like to run both. So my main deck. Time for the extra deck. We have one Black Ship of Corn. I think that's pretty much a staple for any decks that goes in the rank 4s. Gets passes in main, Marshmallow, and pretty anything that stalls. And Stardust can't negate its effect, so really good card. One Diamond Dire Wolf, with some Beast and Wee Beast in the deck. There's only 3 cards in this entire deck that won't work for him, so very good card. A Bubble Chain, probably the card you need in the deck. It's a good first turn card. It's probably the card you'll go in first turn, start getting stuff in your graveyard. Utopia, Lightning Chidori, 5 wins. You can abuse the hell out of its effect though, because it's twin-headed. You can have up to max of 6 turns of field control. Probably will never have that, unless your opponent's retarded and keeps having cards be face up. But still, if it ever happens, 6 turns. Nice show for stalling and getting through some face-up cards, and then Abyss Dweller, not really needed all that much, but it's a good way to abuse Leo, since the effect can go off in your opponent's turn. And Lanians and Abyss cards are still alive, so I think Abyss Dweller is fine. And then one Heraldic King, very good effect. So it takes names, gets their effect, and their attack goes to 0 and stuff. So Storm Roach, this card will definitely be coming back with XC Synchro decks coming into play, which so these price and stuff go up, so definitely want to start running it more. In the new Mecha Fan Piece cards, and be the first XC Synchro deck, so when I get my cards in the mail, I'll be showing that next week. So Populous set cards, Gym Knight pretty much goes over a lot of XCs in general, almost all rank 4s and lower, and then a couple rank 5s and 6. So, and then one Ice Beast. So you have 2 Wing Bees, and with Advanced Heraldic Art, ain't hard to go into. So one's fine, its effect is good. So temporary for right now is one number 91, Mini Black Hole. There'll be a replacement later for it when I get the card, but for now it's just one. Probably the best combo for this deck is probably number 69, and then with 16 Shockmaster. If you have Shockmaster already on the field, use this effect, declare one of his 3, and then summon 69, and then his effect negates all XCs that are on the field, but he can't negate what's already activated when you already used 16's effect. Then you use 69, the target's Shockmaster, and then declare 1 to 2 that you have not declared yet, and then your next turn your opponent will have 2 cards they can't activate. So it's a good way to get really screw up an opponent, and usually get into that when your following turn. So you can probably declare monster effects and spells, and next turn your opponent has no monster effects or spells, and you go for that kill. It's a one-time deal though, because the following turn, Shockmaster effect can't be used anymore since it's negated, but still it's a good combo for the deck, and it's really easy to do. So, but yeah, that's my Heraldic Beast deck. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you took something out of it. I think it's very competitive. They're very underrated and don't see them used too much, but I hope I see them used more often. They're very good at what they do, and that's exceeding into rank 4s. So yeah, I really like it, and hope you guys got something out of that.